नमस्कार, मैं वकार यूनुस। आप देख रहे हैं द लेटेस्ट न्यूज। मैं हाजिर हूं कुछ खास खबरों के साथ। आज इंटरनेशनल बायोलॉजी डे है। उसी उपलक्ष्य में हम आपको दिखाते हैं ये एक शानदार वीडियो।
Rajasthan, the most colorful and exotic state of India, having carved out a niche across the globe, not only with its architectural wonders, magnificent historical monuments, exquisite palaces, and imposing forts symbolizing the gallant deeds of its immortal warriors, but it is also uniquely renowned for its ecological equity, as outlined by its rich biological diversity, amply supported by its traditional agro-pastoral practices. If on one side there are vast lakes full of clean water, or these mountain ranges clothed with green, nay, dry deciduous forests, on the other side, there is this stark, contrasting scenario. Undulating sand dunes dotted with an intricate mosaic of xerophytic vegetation across the Thar Desert, impressively hosting an amazing wealth of natural resources and quite a few such species which are endemic. Some mammals synonymous with this landscape, and some birds very rare for the world as a whole. Though this Thar Desert is the world's 18th largest subtropical desert, but with a population density of 85 people per square kilometer, it is the most densely populated desert in the world and the maximum green cover compared to all other deserts. People around here are hardy and handsome, and in tune to survive at odds. Like all other deserts world over, here too, the life for the local residents of this desert is not easy. On one side is the scorching sun with temperature rising up to 50 degrees Celsius, and to top it the scarcity of water, not only for irrigation but even for drinking water. It has to be fetched from miles away. On the other side, these sandstorms make life difficult not only for the humans but even for the animals. Living a normal life in such challenging conditions is not easy, but despite it, with no sign of fatigue on their faces, the daring residents of this land face the vagaries smilingly. Unlike other deserts of the world, this arid scape, the Thar, boasts of widely dispersed vegetation cover across its length and breadth. Even the sand dunes have their share of the green reed-like grass clumps. The most amazing facet is the wildlife surviving all around human settlements, as the compassion for living beings is a sense of living ethos here. The people of this region are committed to the protection and preservation of trees and wildlife. The reason a variety of birds, mammals reptiles, etc. survive over this landscape can be observed roaming freely around, be it a Bishnoi village or of any other community in this Thar desert. Here in this Thar desert, one can easily spot a variety of rare and some of the most endangered species of birds, like these raptors, the birds of prey, impressive as they are. Some breed here. Some migrate to the region during winter from cold chimes of the north. Out of roughly 11,000 bird species found around the world, India hosts a total of 1,263 species of birds, which constitutes about 12% of the world's avifauna. So far, more than 200 bird species have been reported from this landscape. There are perching birds and a variety of numerous species of ground birds. But the most important and the biggest attraction here is the great Indian bustard. A large number of wild animals like desert fox, Indian fox, and reptiles like desert monitor, sand lizards, and a variety of snakes. Besides the Indian gazelle or chinkara being the state animal of Rajasthan, can also be seen moving around in the golden sand dunes, making the desert landscape a true diverse wilderness habitat. Acrobats in the sky or gallops across land, the scenario is most exciting to observe. Amidst such a great khaki tapestry, the one vertical pride bird species which catches the eye here is the great Indian bustard, locally known as Godavan.
गोडावन पंछी लाडला तुमरुधर की है शान। गोडावन पंछी लाडला तुमरुधर की है शान।
These grasslands, which have remained neglected and been considered as wastelands, actually play an important role in the economy of the local communities. Domestic animals are a natural boon here. It is these grasslands which support their livestock by providing them with grazing fields. About 15 to 20% of the livestock population of the world resides in India. Thus, a large chunk of human population of our country is directly dependent on these dwindling grasslands of India. It was this in mind that an area of 3,162 square kilometers of the Thar desert, spreading in the districts of Jaisalmer and Barmer, was notified as Desert National Park Sanctuary in the year 1980, with an objective of conservation of unique biological diversity of this desert ecosystem, including great Indian bustard. It was also to respect the ecological factors, aesthetic beauty, and cultural heritage of this desert ecosystem.
be
realizing the fact that India has always been known for its considerably rich, varied and unique biodiversity, the dedicated officials of Rajasthan Forest Department has been working hard to save these arid grasslands of Jaisalmer and around. Their triumph has started showing results, which is obvious by seeing these wild animals freely roaming around here. That is why these sandy lands of Rajasthan are today the most sought after and only breeding grounds of the great Indian bustard world over. This is just a beginning. Destination is still far away. A new process has thus been set in motion. Some notable habitat revamp exercises have been put in place to enable Desert National Park